Okay, we now welcome on a very special guest. I'm not going to say your name because you ate your own name. That's what I read. It is the Liver King, the man, the myth, the legend, the Liver King. I was reading an article about you last night. You're like, yeah, my former life, I ate that person, and now I'm the Liver King. So, Liver King, welcome to the studio. Welcome to the office. Glad to have you here.
I'm so grateful to be here, you guys. I desperately need these opportunities. I want to spend 60 seconds just to tell you what I mean when I say I'm grateful. I got one job to do as the CEO of the Ancestral Lifestyle, to model, teach, and preach this way, because so many people are living a life of hurt and hate and suffer and struggle, right? People today, most people are living with depression, anxiety, infertility. They want to have kids. They can't be healthy enough to be fertile enough to bring a life into this world, right? They got autoimmune conditions, low energy, low libido, low ambition in life. There's this better life to live. You guys know this life because you guys have a great fucking time. I see the culture and the chemistry, the love, the laughter, the light that you have on the show. This is what we have to advance in the world, right? And so this is my job, is to model, teach, and preach this message so that this message can go mainstream, so that we can all express this highest and most dominant form, this life full of excitement and adventure. So when I say thank you back to you, this is what I mean.
I appreciate that.
I appreciate that. You're getting a lot of gratitude
mic on,
from
by the
me
way?
over here.
Is this mic on? I just want to make sure because I got a look from the producer. It is? Okay.
You're getting a lot of
good?
gratitude on this side of the table.
Right.
I appreciate that. So before you got into this room, we were actually having a discussion. We wanted to make you feel comfortable in the studio. You're just starting to do podcasts. We want you to be cool. We want you to be yourself. Would you be more comfortable if we were all shirtless as well, or would you like to be the only shirtless?
This is the greatest way I've ever started a podcast in the history of fucking podcasts. Not only would it make me more comfortable, but it makes you guys more primals, right? Because most people are born.
It definitely
primal.
doesn't make me more comfortable.
It makes you more primal, though.
I don't even think that's true either.
It's true.
It just makes me be like, all right, cool. Everyone's going to be like, hey, look how fat this guy is. And I'm just like, all right. And I also like, don't you want me to be me? Should I be me or should I be you?
What you don't understand is you being primal is your truest, most authentic self. Before we started wearing...
Primal me has a shirt on.
Listen, before we started wearing shirts, right? The truest expression of who we are, bare-chested, is fucking... How were you born? With a shirt or without?
I think I had a shirt on, yeah. Probably.
If you the way that you were born is how you should rock it.
Okay,
the podcast.
all times?
I had a chain on. I was wearing a necklace when it came out.
What about, all right, so
badass.
I would assume the primal part, and Billy has a lot of questions, so the primal part.
Off with the shirts. Who's taking the fuck? Yes, Billy fucking football.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take it off. I did think like just you walking in here with our shirts off was just weird.
We're making history.
I mean, it's not history. We've taken our shirts off many times.
No, this is the first podcast ever done shirtless by guys.
All right. Hey, so
I guarantee you that the viewership's going through the roof right now.
Definitely not. So, the primal thing, is that no deodorant?
Hell, no deodorant.
Yeah, I know. I noticed the musk. The musk is strong. It's a strong musk.
Yeah, this is how a man is supposed to fucking smell. If everybody stopped wearing deodorant and perfumes, right, the new normal would be this fucking musk, right, would be melted tar.
Pheromones, right?
So you're talking about France. That's not. Yeah, I don't know if we want to be France, but yeah, okay. So no deodorant.
Listen,
stuff.
I agree on the France thing, right? But like those people are detoxing, right? The way the fucking badass American lives, right? You go fucking chop wood, you go do hard fucking work, multiple workouts a day. The way that we eat, the way that we sleep, the way that our fucking attitude. There's a different smell to that. There's a different smell, and pheromones is exactly what I'm talking about. If everybody's living a life like this, you get an attractive woman in here. Right,
She's gonna try to fuck us.
You close. She's gonna close her eyes. She's gonna pick that fucking American.
Yeah,
because he smells like this.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. So you said that you ate your former self. How did you taste?
Oh man, like strength. Yeah, like courage.
Yeah,
like brute fucking force. Yeah. Right. I inherited all those qualities. Right, but the whole thing is like it's the growth mindset. Right. Earlier, what I was alluding to, like I call this primals. Right. This is how we were born. Right, and then somewhere along the way, we became mindlessly compliant. We became obedient. We domesticated ourselves. Right. We started standing in line. We started wearing shirts. We started shaving our faces. We started putting on suntan fucking lotion. Right, and for what? Because somebody fucking sold you on the idea. Right, but our uninhibited, truest form. Right, that's what a primal is, and it's the way that we speak, the way that we look, bare-chested, is an expression of what we believe.
What about like medicine and shit though? Because we weren't taking penicillin back then, but now we have stuff that doesn't let us die when we're 20.
There's interesting things about this related to this. I like the acute medicine that we have today, right? But a lot of the long-term shit that we do is to our detriment.
Like,
right? Well, so let me tell you this. People always make this criticism. Oh yeah, you're promoting the ancestral living, but our early ancestors lived to 30 on average. This is what people say all the time. Stupid shit like this, right? And here's a fact: is you call what we're doing today living? You call going to a job that you hate, coming home to a life you don't love, putting on Netflix, sedating yourself just enough with medication to get hard and to be happy. Call that a day, call it a week, call it a month. This is your fucking life. You call that living? This is how we exist today.
okay, but then on the flip side, like, not everyone can be Liver King, right?
First of all,
Like, you have your Liver King. We can't all be Liver
Why
King.
not?
I don't know. I mean, if we had a world full of Liver Kings, I don't think it would work,
Well,
right?
you'd no longer
Someone
be
has-
Liver King.
Yeah, someone
You
has to
would
go
just
to
be
work.
Some guy.
everybody's born with the same primal potential to be a self-fucking made king, right? And so this is my job is to turn everybody into a fucking king. These 9 ancestral tenets that I'm model teaching and preaching. I'm gonna say it real quick. You'll never remember all of them, but it's sleep, eat, move, shield, connect, cold, sun, fight, and bond.
What is it? Wait, what does ancestral tenets mean? Like, how did you come up with that? I should have asked that to begin because this is obviously what, your website and everything that you're talking about. So how did you come up with all those?
Yeah. First, I came up with it because my kids were sick as fuck. They were taking ambulance trips to the hospital. They couldn't breathe. And then the hospital wouldn't release them because they still couldn't breathe. And so we had to give them EpiPens, Benadryl, you fucking name it. Like, we didn't know what was going to happen to our kids. So out of medical necessity, we figured out, hey, enough is a fuck enough, right? Nobody has the answer. I'm going to go figure this shit out. I stumbled upon this whole idea that there's these forces that shaped us to become the baddest fucking mammalian predators that ever lived, right? Genus Homo. This is us. And we've done something since then. We started eating processed food. We no longer connect with the sun. We no longer connect with each other. You guys know the electricity that you feel in here. When you connect with each other, you connect with a guest, you put down the fucking phone, right? So sleep, eat, move, these 9 ancestral tenets is a way that I organized this sort of ancestral living. It's the way that early ancestors lived. It's the way that modern day primitive culture tribes live. I've gone and visited with 6 primitive culture tribes in the Amazon and in Africa. So out of first principle thinking, because you don't have to go visit with guys to say, hey, we evolved getting sun. Right, you know that.
Right.
And then
right. You don't have to. I mean, everyone we know that they had to eat. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what did they eat? It wasn't processed food, right? And so then I went to visit with these primitive culture tribes to say, hey, is my thesis accurate? Is there something I've got wrong, right? Did we not connect our bare feet to the ground, right? With the advent of modern day shoes, elevated beds, buildings, and cars, we hardly ever come in contact with the earth anymore. When's the last time you had your bare feet connected to the ground?
I played tennis at Big Cat's summer house. And I took my shoes off. I got so
Clay.
cool with
It was
on the
clay.
Good.
Good.
Yeah, it was
no
nice.
big deal. Yeah.
That is a big deal.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think it was yesterday. I was out.
Billy got dunked on
You got
so
dunked
hard
on
that
in a basketball
his face
game.
rubbed against the ground. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, Liver King. Like, the musk is kind of growing on me. This is kind of fucked up. That, like, I don't hate it anymore.
And we need to all smell like this.
Yeah. I don't know about that part, but like, it is kind of. It's strong, but it's growing on me.
It's how real fucking man smells.
Damn.
Yeah. So
Damn.
what would happen right now if I adapted like full on the primal lifestyle? If I ate everything you eat, if I just like shocked my body into that, I'll give you like a little example because like where I'm at right now is last night I drank a Coke for dinner. I had soup that I ordered in. This morning I had Taco Bell breakfast and 2 cups of coffee. So like my body is full on just like stereotypical American diet right
Yeah.
now. If I were to do the primal lifestyle, what would happen to me?
First of all, everything there's subprimal, right? And if you start immediately with a primal lifestyle, first of all, you're gonna smell like shit at first because you're gonna detox all that nasty shit you've been eating, and then after that, you're gonna smell like me. But more importantly, just think about this: eat is only one of the 9 ancestral tenets. You fix the way you eat. My name is Liver King because there's one major thing you can do, a major lever you can pull. Start eating liver right away.
Can you give it? Now about that. Do you have it like in pills so I don't have to actually eat it?
You know what? Yeah. Number one, yeah. Number 2, where's the food? Where are my presents?
You brought
presents in
presents.
here?
You brought presents?
Guys, somebody bring the fucking presents.
Okay.
Yes, it's in pills.
Liver King rolls with like you have like 20 people with you.
You got a squad.
It's deep.
This is how a king lives.
Yeah.
This is how a king lives. So what's going to happen is you're going to express a higher and more dominant form, right? I don't know if you consider yourself an 8, 9, or 10 right now, but you're going to level up. And then you're going to attract your complementary opposite. So whether you pull 8, 9s, or 10s right now, you're going to level that shit up too, right? Because a king pulls a queen. So what's going to happen? You're going to express a higher, more dominant form. You're going to progress in life. You're going to be happier in life.
Okay, we got the liver and stuff.
Is this liver coming in here?
This is the present.
Subprimal.
Oh wow.
Here we got some gifts for y'all.
Okay.
We have some
What?
of the primal foods on here. We
Oh,
got some raw
okay.
testicles, we got raw spleen, we got bone marrow, we got raw heart, raw kidney, and of course we have liver.
Okay.
Okay, so the good news is Billy really wants to try all this stuff.
That's why we brought it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna try it all. Why doesn't the rest of your team have their shirts off?
You know what? There can only be one king.
Right, but isn't the like whole primal like there? No one else is living their primal life.
You know what? From now on, nobody in the fucking tribe. wears a
Okay, I
shirt.
like that. I like it because I'm just curious. Like the people that you have around you, like are they doing everything that you do, or have they not bought all the way in?
Here's
Is it
the
just a
thing.
9 to 5 for them? Kind of.
My inner circle tribe, everyone in my family, liver queen, liver boys, they all live exactly the same way I do, just different proportion. The guys that are doing the 9 to 5, they may not be full primal, they're somewhere in the middle.
Yep.
Right, but I really want to answer your question. Your life's going to be happier. Your life's going to be more fulfilled. I don't know if you, hey, we got to get at least a piece of liver to these guys because they're already primal. Let's at least get them a piece of liver.
Which one's the liver?
Right underneath liver king.
Which one's the liver here?
Right underneath liver king. To your
Eat some
right.
liver with some fava beans and a nice candy.
This? That's the liver?
Yes, sir. The testicles taste the best.
Have you seen Silence of the Lambs?
When I was little, and you don't need to use a fucking toothpick, man. Just grab that shit with your.
I'm gonna go primal. I'll just eat it. Is it bad?
We got to sell primal puke bucket.
I don't know why.
Which one's the liver?
Closest to your right hand.
This one? This
Yeah, that
one?
right there.
Okay.
Yeah, I bet you he does it no fucking problem.
Think so also?
Yeah, and you can't be giving it to everyone else and not be giving. Cheers,
Fine.
my man.
Can I wipe my finger? I am on here. That's not that bad.
Yeah, it's great.
I kind of like it. Yeah,
It's kind of sweet.
yeah. I'm a liver king now.
And here's the thing.
Yeah, no, that's it. When does my six pack show up? I actually didn't hate that. Like that wasn't.
It's on the way.
That was fine.
And most people that need the nourishment the most are going to feel stuff. And if you have a trouble eating that, here's the thing.
I'm fine.
Everybody, how was it for you, Billy?
It was good. It was
Okay.
good. You gotta take it down like an oyster.
Because here's
I
the
just
thing.
shoot it. It was. I mean, it's like. I mean, it's basically it's just raw meat, right? Like it's
Exactly.
not. Yeah, I'm a liver king. Fuck it. Who cares?
And so
Can I put my shirt
everybody
back
has
on
to
now?
get this in their life, right? We recently took the nose to tail nourishment out of our diet, right? Since the inception of our time, we've always hunted the animal and we've had the whole animal, nose to tail, bones to blood, horns to hooves. We just recently took this out. We need to get this shit back in our diet. And some people, it's tough to do, right? They don't want to fucking put it down the gullet. So there's an option. There's another option. It's called Whole Beast. I have a Whole Beast protein shake. It has liver, heart, pancreas, spleen, colostrum, blood is in it.
You just drink that?
You just drink it.
Oh, we brought that in. Fuck yeah, we're
so
going whole beast.
I'll do the shake. I can take anything down in a shake.
And I can't wait to see what you think of it.
Okay, so this is the whole beast shake.
Is this an actual bone that's in here?
What is this?
It makes it more primal.
Yeah,
Hey, you got one for Billy football?
Yeah, Billy needs
Oh,
one.
okay.
you.
I was going to say.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
That's the Whole Beast. I'm going to plug
That's
it. Whole
easy.
Beast.
That's
Oh
easy.
hell yeah.
Well, the liver was easy too. That actually tasted good.
Hell yeah.
So I just want to say it again. Listen, guys. In there's liver, heart, pancreas, spleen, kidney, and colostrum, and plenty of protein.
So I don't eat lunch now, or what?
You know what? I want to eat lunch unless you earn it. If you earn it, go eat lunch.
Yeah, you got to hunt it first, right? You do a
Simulated successful hunt.
So tell me about the simulated hunts. What goes into a successful simulated hunt?
I appreciate you asking. This is one of the most important points I think I could get across. Imagine if we all did 100 push-ups before anything went into our mouths, right? Because this is what our early
That
ancestors
actually sounds
did.
awful.
I
to
would
me.
never eat.
Yeah, it sounds
But
terrible.
you would eat. You get hungry enough. When's the last time
I
you were
just
hungry?
die
When's the last time you were hungry?
every day.
You get really fucking hungry?
Every day. I'm always hungry. I can always eat. That's my motto.
Well, here's the
Big
thing.
cat, he can always eat.
Our early ancestors had to work for their food.
Yeah.
Right? Either on a hunt or if they got a big animal, they still had to butcher the animal. They still had to go out of camp to do these things, right? Like we've never done this before in the history of our being, that we've had food just an arm's length away. In the refrigerator, there's an app to get us food today, right? So the simulated successful hunt is honoring the struggle of our early ancestors so that we can honor and express our own genetic fitness. It's called getting to fucking work before you start mindlessly piling shit down your fucking throat. I see people in the car. You ever see guys in the car eating mindlessly eating. They're
Calories don't count in the car.
in the rear view.
No, that's a
Goddamn.
rule.
Yes,
That's
they
actually
do.
a rule, dude.
They count in double.
No, they don't.
I'm here to fucking say officially they count in double.
You get
ain't
the
doing shit.
fries for the way home. You get a fucking a car fries, and then you get home and you're like, oh, we got fries for everyone, but you already ate an extra one in the car.
Listen, the guy who
You got a lot to learn, Liver King.
Whoever's ripped, I'll listen to that guy about this. But this is what the simulated successful hunt is. Because successful in the hunt, we had to put forth some real effort, right? And that enables us to express a higher and more dominant physical form.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm telling you, like, if you just put forth a little bit of work, you don't got to do 100 push-ups every time. Pick a number, pick 40, pick 50. How much you want to bet just 2 or 3 minutes worth of work right before you have breakfast, lunch, and or dinner? It's going to change the trajectory of your life.
Okay.
So when we were going on a cross country trip to the Super Bowl, and we got stuck in Arkansas, and we walked like a quarter of a mile to a Sonic, and we said like, okay, this is a simulated hunt, and then we ordered Sonic drive-through, and we sat down, we ate our fast food. Does that count?
100%.
Okay, cool.
I like that. Okay, so all right, here's another question. We're gonna get to Billy in a sec because he has a lot of questions. But like, so I'm no shock to you. I'm not like big into fitness, they may say. So I'm not like super familiar with everything you got going on. What do the critics say? Like, what do people who don't like Liver King say, and how do you respond to them? Because I honestly don't know. Like, if some people are like, oh, this guy's full of shit for this reason, that reason. Like, what do they say?
Yeah. There's a few things I'll share back there. Number one, this is the vocal minority, right? The overwhelming amount of primals are so excited, right? Because they recognize the opportunity to live a better life. So this is a vocal minority. Number two, I don't know how they can hate on their own species so much, right? This is not really something I invented, right? These are our ancestors. These are your ancestors, right? And number three, look at how desperately the world is hurting today. What I would say back to the haters, the critics, the conventional thinkers is you had your fucking time. You had your chance. It didn't fucking work. 80% of the population is struggling, living paycheck to paycheck, right? We're a status-seeking society. We think we can express our worth, value, and potential by going to buy shit at the mall. Hey, look how valuable I am, right? So we're struggling paycheck to paycheck, 80%, 70% overweight, half are obese, 50% are on medication, 40% have cancer or will get cancer, 40% will get cancer or have cancer. That's a big fucking deal. 1 out of 5 kids this big is on a prescription medicine. So what I have to say back to the haters, to the critics, you had your fucking time. You had your chance. This is my time. And by saying it's my time to bring back the ways of our early ancestors. It costs virtually nothing. You can start doing it today. It'll change your life tomorrow, right? Because there's kids out there, like my own kids, that deserve a better shot at life. I was doing Barbarian across the Brooklyn Bridge. This guy, Saul, ran across, young guy. He said, Liver King, hey man, it's Saul from Instagram. I'm the guy who lost 60 pounds because of you. I stopped drinking alcohol. I've reconnected with the outside world with confidence for the first time since I can remember. I got a primal named Kat that couldn't have kids. She adopted the ancestral lifestyle. After 2 years of infertility treatment, she birthed a child. Right, this other guy, Ben, this other primal Ben, had an HSCRP over 100, hospitalized, bleeding out of his ass with intractable Crohn's disease. Adopted the ancestral lifestyle. He's fucking kicking ass in life and running companies. Right. This is what I have to, I'm done. Right.
Yeah.
This is what I have to say to the haters and the critics.
So I guess my only response would be like, is there because I what you're saying, actually there are pieces to it that I agree with. There's a lot of, and I'm part of the problem. I sit on my ass all the time. Like, we as worlds need to probably be outside more, do more activities, like TV and all that shit, and video games has kind of taken away. Like, PFT and I always joke, we're both 37. Like, we didn't have full video games, cell phones, TVs when we were like 7 years old, and that helped us because like we went out and played. You know what I mean? I don't know. I have 2 kids. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do when they're 7 years old and there's video games and all these things. Yeah. But there's got to be a halfway, right? Because you can't have, not everyone can go full primal.
This whole thing is on a continuum.
Okay.
Right? I'm still getting better, right?
Right.
If I'm the same piece of shit next year that I am today, I'm a catastrophic failure, right? Growth is the way of life. Progression is the way of life, right? Additional responsibility, progress is happiness, right? So start somewhere. Start with liver. This is going to give you more energy. This is the currency of life. This is going to give you the drive to take massive fucking action to dominate in life. Start with liver. Learn how. Learn.
Can I have the pills though? I mean, I didn't hate.
You can have the fucking pills. You can have the whole beast.
Oh, okay.
Right.
All right.
Listen.
I'll take this,
There's a company called Ancestral Supplements. There's a company called Heart and Soil Supplements, the fittest supplements. These are my companies, by the way.
I like how you did that. There's a company. There's a podcast called Pardon My Take.
And all I care about is this. Right. There's a continuum. I say go on a hunt. When you have that connection with the land, when you can go out and walk and stalk for 15 miles, and you're stalking an animal, and you learn to read the wind. When you learn to read the land, there's no video game that does this for you. This is why hunters love to fucking hunt. If you can go on a hunt, go on a hunt. If you can't do that, go to a farmer's market, go to your butcher, go to the grocery store. If you're not gonna do any of that, I got a fucking easy option for you. I got something you don't have to taste. I got a pill for you. Right? This is the low-hanging fruit because you got to get this nourishment in your diet. I'm telling you, this is going to give you more energy. It's going to set you off on a different trajectory. Start lifting heavy shit after that. This whole thing is on a continuum. You're not going to go from playing video games, watching TV, being a complete subprimal to being a full fucking primal barbarian fucking king. This whole thing lives on a continuum. As long as you commit to the growth mindset. Tune into my stories, man. If you tune into my stories, you're going to get this sort of message every day. There's a Liver King philosophy. And it's about just making progress. Not perfection, but progress. And along the way, you're going to say, holy fucking shit, I didn't know a life like this was possible. Let me tell you this story, how primitive culture tribes live. They're the happiest people you'll ever meet. They got no material, no video games, no material possessions.
They have football? They have NFL?
No.
I don't know. I'm out.
Yeah.
So imagine having what they have, but also having football.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm in.
Right?
Now I'm back.
And so
Good sell.
So let me tell you, we're on a hunt with the Machiganga tribe. They go to shoot a monkey. The arrow comes back down, and it's the broadside of it strikes my camera guy in the side. Doesn't pierce him, but hits him, right? Close fucking call. They laugh their asses off. This is the funniest thing they've seen all day. Right? The electricity, the chemistry, the culture that these guys have, the fulfillment that they have, no material possessions, right? And they're loving life. So they got something figured out. By default, they're living all 9 ancestral tenets. Bring football into that. Football is almost as primal as
the 10th tenet.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the 10th tenet is actually whatever the fuck I want it to be that fits the narrative for the moment. But more importantly, what people need to realize is sport and football, the more fucking, the bigger the consequence, the more primal it is. This is a primal expression, a true authentic expression of who we fucking have always been and who we are. Football is almost as primal as it fucking gets for good reason. Right, so yes, football.
Okay, good. I'm in. So I had one last question before Billy jumps in. How much blood do you drink?
Ooh, good question.
A lot. Every time I go out to Liver King Ranch, we harvest some blood.
Wait, you don't live there?
I have a couple of ranches.
Okay, all right. Where do you live? Liver King. Is that?
The
I like the branding. The branding is
Do you have a
incredible.
castle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liver King Castle and then Liver King Ranch. Like I said, you're great at branding.
So I call it Liver King Cave. We live on the lake on 20
Okay,
acres.
cave.
Yeah.
All right, nice. I like that. Yeah.
35 minutes north, we got Liver King Ranch.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. I'll adapt some of these ancestral tenets if you meet me halfway and because I feel like you would really love adopting some of our tenets and like experiencing some of the joys that we get from our lifestyle. Like if you go to Cinnabon once a month or something like that, go to a mall, hit the food court for a second.
I'm down. Let me tell you why I'm down. Ancestral tenet 4 is shield. Right? If you've built a more biologically robust being and you want some fucking poison, have some fucking poison. I have poison every Saturday. I poison myself for every Saturday.
I like that. Cheat day.
So I don't even call it a cheat day, right? This is called deepening.
Poison day. It's even more badass.
And you know what? I deepen the bond with whoever the fuck I'm with, right? It expands the proportion of my living. I never shrink back to the original side. The benefits far exceed the consequences. I'm down. Let's fucking go to whatever that place is you said.
I'm happy that came up because I think a lot of times when it comes to influencers, fitness people online, a lot of it is like you can't have every day be like, I'm lifting all these weights and I'm eating perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's got to be honesty there. I appreciate that, like, there is a poison day.
And the message is go earn that shit.
Right.
Because when you earn that shit in life, when you've completed a real rite of passage.
It feels good. You're right. You're absolutely right. When you like work out really hard and then you have a good meal, it feels good.
Yeah.
So what's poison for you?
What is poison?
Yeah, what do you poison yourself with?
What's poison day look like?
Alcohol and mushrooms.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm in. Yeah, that's the 11th lifestyle right there.
Nice.
And
Okay.
I'll spend 10 hours with Liver Queen at the top of our fucking mountain, and there's nothing better.
You have a mountain?
Well, it's a metaphorical mountain.
Oh, okay. Got it.
It's a metaphorical
I know.
mountain.
Yeah. Sometimes, I mean, your life is wild. So, like, I don't know. When you say you have a mountain, I'm like, oh, he's got a fucking
Yeah,
mountain.
but listen, I'm with the Maasai. They're drinking blood. I had never had blood before, right? If I'm with the Maasai, I drink blood. If I'm with you, I'll do what you do. Because ancestral tenet 8 is bond, right? I'm going to bond with you guys. I'm going to bond with these
like
guys.
that.
The benefits far eclipse any of the cons.
Yeah.
So I'm down. You adopt some. Let's meet each other halfway.
Yes.
I like that.
And we'll go up.
I like that.
Yes.
Billy, I know you've got tons of questions.
Billy loves
I'm
you.
sure they're all great.
Loves you.
Love your stuff. Love all the tenants. I want to get into a couple of the other tenants, but first, we had on the show a couple weeks ago John Sally, who's a very outspoken vegan, and he was very critical of any sort of carnivorous consumption against meat, saying that meat eaters are scavengers and they're eating
Good.
rotting flesh.
Yes.
And I want to see your sort of the flip side to that argument of why just solely a plant-based diet is detrimental and doesn't, live up to your true primal ancestral self.
First of all, was he wearing a shirt?
No.
How did he look?
No, he was wearing a shirt.
I mean, he's in
great.
very good shape for his age, and he also has he's got multiple NBA championship rings.
And how
Former
long?
NBA player.
Did he play for the Pistons?
yes.
Yes.
I know who he is.
Played for the Pistons,
I grew
played for the
up in
Lakers,
the
played for
80s.
the Bulls, played for all over the place.
So, how long has he been vegan?
I think a good 30 years.
Ain't no
20,
way. You didn't ask him, did you?
No, it was like he said about 20
I think,
years.
yes,
because he
20
said that the last time he ate meat was when his wife was pregnant with his kid, who I think was like late teens, 20s.
He would probably still be playing in the NBA if he wasn't vegan.
Well, he's like 60.
This is my counter. This is my counter. The name is Liver King because liver is king. If you want to be an alpha organism kicking ass in fucking life, do what other alpha organisms do. The ultimate predator of the ocean is a killer whale. You know what they fucking rip open? Great white sharks. They rip open great white sharks and they go for the liver first, right? If you look at a pack of lions, what do they go for first? The liver. Modern day primitive culture tribes, they go for the liver first. So all I'm saying, this is pretty fucking simple. If you want to be an alpha organism kicking ass in life, do what other alpha organisms do, right? Now, if you're a vegan kicking ass in life, go fucking be a vegan, go kick ass in life. But how much you want to bet those vegans have to supplement with things, right? They got to get real vitamin A. Not the carotenoids. They got to get real retinol, preformed vitamin A, or they're going to be deficient. They need to get choline. They need to get riboflavin. They got to get vitamin B12. All this stuff that really only comes in animal foods, right? So I have no problem with vegans, right? If you're kicking ass in life and you're a vegan, go fucking kick ass in life. But I'll tell you right now, very few of them are kicking ass in life, and many of them will come into my ecosystem. You can still call yourself a vegan if you want, right? And they ask for help supplementing. And so that's what I would say back is you can look back since the inception of our being. Yes, we were scavengers, right? We would wait for the coast to be clear. The alpha predators would do their thing, right? Then we'd have a skeleton. And then we would go and we would harvest the craniums and the femur bones. And we learned with percussion technology how to crack that shit open. We would take out the brains. This is what made us fucking human in the first place, right? We were scavengers. We were meant to eat rotting fucking meat. And today, for some movement, unbeknownst to me, right? I mean, moral issues, ethical issues. If you got a real ethical issue with it, I can get behind that, right? Because you give a shit. We need more people that fucking give a shit. So for that reason, I think he's an alpha, right? But for the reason that history's not on your side, right? And for vegans that are kicking ass in life, I'm like, how much fucking better could you be if you were carnivore? You don't even have to be carnivorous.
It's like vegans are so close.
Yeah.
They just need to switch to a diet of all meat.
Yeah, they have
and
the
then they'll be
discipline.
perfect.
Yeah, they have the discipline that you need. They just have to flip it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And this is what people don't realize. Most vegans have taken this stance to go live a better life, right? Most people aren't doing shit, right? So vegan, like we're both on the same trajectory. Hey, we want to live a better life. And we know that health is where it's at. So tip of the fucking hat to guys like that. But I think it's dangerous, and I think that danger needs correction. We don't need science to bear this out, even though science does.
I've got a dumb question, Liver King. Why do we want to be alphas? Isn't it easier sometimes to just be a beta, to like fly under the radar, not make too much noise, go about your day? Like there's a lot of really, really happy betas out there.
I'll push back. I challenge that. I don't think they're that happy.
I mean, Billy's pretty happy.
I would say, Billy, how much you bench?
Good question.
Around 285.
I think 255.
285.
Same as me.
He's a
285.
happy guy though. Like he comes in and he does his job and he's happy. And he's a beta.
That's a compliment.
Yeah.
Do you absolutely love your job?
I do.
And what about the home life you go home to? What's at home?
A dog and a hedgehog and a man named
Ben
Ben
Mintz.
Mintz.
Yeah, Ben Mintz.
Who lives
His
next
life
door.
partner.
Well, let me say this. You might be the exception, But what I know is this.
You're the exception. You're the only beta that's happy in this world.
You're probably alpha beta, right? We're all meant for more in life.
Oh, I like alpha beta. I like the sound of that.
But
Yeah, you're just a stronger level of beta.
Is there such a thing as alpha beta?
we just invented it.
Okay,
Nice.
all right.
I like that.
I think that's what people should
sign
aspire
me up.
to.
'Cause
Like,
that-
really,
yeah.
what you're asking people to do is like, obviously, nobody's going to become Liver King. We're not going to get into your body. We're not going to be able to adopt a full like raw liver lifestyle, but we can make small steps to make ourselves a little bit better, and then we're the alpha betas.
Right.
That's what it's all about. Once again, it's all about progress, right? Tony Robbins said this. Happiness is one word. This is fucking progress, right? And not everybody starts as an alpha king. By the way, if we do takeys again, can we have a new category? The alpha king.
Yeah.
And it may be just athletes from like King Sports Organization.
We do takeys every year.
LA
So yeah,
Kings,
we'll do
Sacramento
it.
Kings, anyone with the last name
Deli.
King.
Matthew Dellavedova. There we go.
And here's the thing, I will sponsor that section. That segment I'll sponsor
$50,000 is the going rate.
50?
Yeah, that's what the article said the other day, the New York Times article.
for every takey?
No, it was like there was an article that people are paying to come on podcasts. Actually, people will probably accuse you of paying us to come on this podcast. We, for the record, wanted you on. But yeah, there's
You
like
gave
a
me
whole
a handful of cash before. I got the
there's a whole industry of like people paying to appear on other people's podcasts.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. All these ridiculous accusations. People say I take PEDs. People say I have ab implants.
Wait. Can we be honest? Like you definitely take PEDs.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna be on for the. I'll be
All right,
honest.
here we go.
I take PEDs.
Yeah.
I prioritize, execute, and dominate every fucking morning. Every morning.
got you.
But let
I
me
take
finish this.
PEDs. I pray every day.
So we both fucking take PEDs.
There we go.
The whole world should
I
take
take
PEDs.
PEDs. I'm on Winstrol.
Don't know much a whole lot about that, but people say the same thing. I got ab implants, right? Or ab etching. I got hair.
You can get ab implants? That's definitely what Hank's
don't know
gotta
about
get that. Hank's gotta get his six pack. I'll pay for Hank's surgery. Our other producer, who's not here right now because he's now a suit and he hates his life. He's actually the true beta. Like when you say the 9-to-5 guy who goes and hates his life, that's who you're talking about, Hank.
Yeah.
He's convinced he can get a six pack. I think I'm gonna pay for his ab implants.
I'm looking at ab implants right now. They look pretty good.
I might have to get
Wait,
it.
the third image result on ab implants is you.
This is good. I love it. Right. And then after that, it was, hey, he has hair implants, right? Because
Let's see it. Let's see the hair.
Because when I first went on social media, I was always wearing a hat, right?
Right.
And then sometimes I don't wear a hat, and people are like, hey, you were bald because you're taking PEDs, and then you got hair. So the accusations will always come. I want to set the record straight. In 2018, I went to Singapore and I got gene editing done. Right?
Yeah.
I modified my myostatin gene. Right, and this is actually the truth. I was the first human to ever do it. It's always been
Wait, what?
experimentally
Wait,
done
are you serious?
in rats. This is how these funny accusations.
Oh wait, are you serious or no?
I'm completely fucking around.
Okay. Because what you did there is you made a joke, but we don't know what you're talking about except Billy. Like when you said that, I was like, what does that mean?
And Billy was
Gene
super
editing.
excited.
This is CRISPR, right? Like,
Yeah.
And so again, the ancestral tenet right now is have a little fucking fun.
Yeah.
Right. Let these accusations fly. You know what? You gave me $100K. I gave you $100K. To
Yeah,
come on the
right.
show.
You did.
You know, and then hopefully you.
I'm going to
actually-
pay for the ab implants for Hank.
That's right.
When
That's
Hank
right.
has a six pack, it's like Liver King did that.
And then I get a free pass on the Alpha King segment.
Yes.
And again, there's no bias going into this, but how much you want to bet I win the first year?
Yeah.
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 Wait.
It would be good.
Do you want to sponsor Hank's body?
Yeah, you should.
What's going on with that?
He's so like, all right. We're in various states. PFT works out. I play basketball. Billy works out. Hank says he's going to get a six pack. Not really. We're all like, we're trying to be our primal self sometimes. But Hank is like, he's like, yeah, I'm going to get a six pack. He's been saying it for years.
The reality of it is all 9 ancestral tenets signal something epigenetically so that we can express a higher, more dominant form, right? You sleep like shit, you're going to tank your hormones. Your testosterone's in half, right? If you eat like shit, you're going to tank your testosterone. If you move like shit, you're going to tank your testosterone. The fourth ancestral tenet is shield, right? If you keep your cell phone next to your dick and balls. If you wear petrochemical clothing, right? If you wear xenoestrogen-laden perfumes.
This is where I get a little lost.
I'm going to say what that means. It's wearing synthetic clothes, right? If you wear non-native stuff, perfumes, deodorants, shit that's not fucking native, you're going to tank your testosterone, your estrogen goes up, you have less muscle, more fat. You want to rock a fucking six-pack virtually effortlessly, 9 ancestral tenets are going to get you there. Again, people are like, hey, what's the easiest, fastest way to get a six pack? And I start laughing. Like, why's it got to be easy?
Right.
Why
No, it's
has
hard,
it got to
yeah.
be? You know what? It's hard, but it's almost effortless if you're doing the 9 ancestral tenets. And then when you've earned it, what in life do you have that you really value that was just given to you that you haven't earned? Right? And now you can express real status, real worth, real potential. You want to fucking rock, without a tarp all the time. Hey, this is who I am. Right? I'm better than you. Who's the alpha in the fucking room? Let's look around. Right? And the real alpha is not the guy that expresses his highest and most dominant form physically. Right? It's the real fucking king that can create and shape the exact life that he wants to live in. When you understand that process, and you can do that socially, emotionally, in relationships, as a fucking entrepreneur. You can say, I'm going to go start a new business. It's going to be $100 million a year fucking business, right? I want to do this thing with this relationship, right? That's what the most dangerous man in the room does, right? It's not the strongest guy in the room, right? Think, hey, we're going to go fucking fight, right? And that's going to make me alpha because I'm going to kick your ass.
What if you get subdued?
Yeah, Billy does think that.
Yeah.
He's young, though. Like, when you're 23, you're like, if I'm the toughest, I'm the alpha. It's like, no, you got to have the confidence is usually the alpha.
Well, what it really boils down to is most younger guys, they want to fight. They think that's alpha, right? A real king is fighting for that guy.
Ooh.
Right? A real king unites.
So we are the real kings because we're fighting to
advocating
keep
Billy.
him
Yeah.
employed.
Yeah, you guys are the real fucking
Yeah,
king.
every day we
we're
have
giving
to-
this young buck guidance.
Yeah, every day they're like, we got to get rid of Billy. We're like, no, we're not getting rid of him. So we're the real kings.
Billy, we want you to grow strong
Yeah.
to the role that we have now.
Damn.
We're showing you the way.
I'm a king. This is totally aside. It would be really funny if you had the beard because you had like a really fat double chin.
Oh.
I don't know. I just thought of that. Like, if you were, because you were talking about your hair and everything, it's
Yeah.
like Liver King actually has like a sick double chin and his face is fat.
Yeah,
That's why he's
people
got
ask
the
me.
beard.
This is probably a top 10 question. I don't know if that's one of your questions. What's the fucking deal with the beard? Right? And I start laughing. I'm like, what's the deal with my beard? What's the deal with you, a man, paying another man to buy his disposable razor blades, his shaving cream, his aftershave, also he can look less like his fucking wild self he was born to be.
Yeah, you want to look more like your wife? That's what people are saying when they shave, right?
Hey, you said it, right? You said it. But here's the thing: I got a fucking job to do, right? And so to do my job, I got to be my most authentic fucking self, right? And people also accuse me of shaving my chest. They're like, hey, you don't shave your beard, but I don't fucking shave my chest. I don't shave shit. Right, once a year I fucking give the face a trim. My wife does with a machete, by the way. We got a video on it, but that's the thing, man. And
You got to really trust her if she's got a machete to your neck.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
I do.
And also, that also keeps you in line throughout the year, knowing
Yeah.
like, hey,
Machete
if I
time.
step out,
Yeah.
she's got the machete.
That's right. And queens do this. Off with a fucking head.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you betray my family. Right, I'm a real fucking nice guy. Like a king, like I always say this, whatever you say to me, they're just words, right? It's something audible, it's energy, it's a vibration going into my eardrum. My brain has to assign meaning to it. I'm bulletproof. You can't fucking insult me. My wife, on the other hand, right? You say something, you do something, it's off with a fucking head.
Yeah.
It's off with a fucking head.
Yeah.
Well,
Loyalty
Billy was,
above all.
I won't say what Billy said about the Liver Queen before this.
But hey, let's talk. I will sponsor Hank's body, his fucking new body. I'll help him out.
Okay.
I'll help him out because here's the thing: most people are putting forth this effort and they're just spinning their fucking wheels.
Yeah.
And there's a better way to fucking do it.
No, Hank wants to do it. He wants to have
Yeah,
a
he
six
wants
pack.
to, yeah.
And I think with your guidance, he can get one.
Yeah.
I was talking to another employee that we have here, Uncle Chaps. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him. He actually put me on to you a long time ago. He's
a big fan, yeah.
He's a primal for sure. And he wanted me to ask you what your favorite testicle was, because I know that you eat a lot of testicles.
Yeah.
Which one tastes the best? Actually, if you could rank them, we have a scale here. It's the balls scale. So it's ranked 1 through 5. If you could rank each testicle on the balls scale of 1 to 5
each
balls.
I like it.
Testicle.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what? Half the animals' testicles that I've eaten, I don't even know what kind of animal they are.
You just know they're nuts, and you're like, let's do it.
That's
balls
right.
to the
And I'll
face.
tell you, some are way better than others. I know you guys are going to think this might sound a certain way, right? But some are really delicious and creamy.
Yeah.
Pause.
Right? Some of them, what'd you say?
Pause.
So, some of them are really chewy. I mean, it just depends. The kind I eat virtually every day is just a cow test, a bull testicle.
Yeah.
Right. That's the kind I have every day. But when we go on a hunt, of course, one of the first things we do is we eat the testicle. And some of them, I mean, they're really different. Right. But I would say on a scale 1 through 10 or 1 through 5,
Five, yeah.
testicles don't taste great.
Yeah.
They don't fucking taste good.
Okay, I like that honesty because that's where I'm liking you, Liver King, because you're actually being honest. Like if you came in here and you're like testicles are better than a cheeseburger, I'd be like, dude, what are you talking about?
No, a double fucking bacon cheeseburger.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So then we can
That's where
meet.
it's at.
We're meeting halfway. All right. So Billy, you got more questions? Fire
Yeah.
away.
So all of your nose to tail products come from cattle on your ranch. Is that correct?
No.
Oh, okay.
Did that ruin the
Was
question?
that a question?
No, I was just wondering. Are the cows you use organic?
Oh, so number one, they're beyond organic, right? Most of the cows that we harvest, the organs, nose to tail, from New Zealand. It's a standard of the animal husbandry in New Zealand is incredible. It's pristine. They can't afford to not grass feed them. It's just the way it's always been. So that's where almost all of the organs and glands come from, or from New Zealand. We're right now establishing a domestic supply chain that will all be the equivalent of organic, which you would consider organic.
Next question, getting on your ancestral tenet regarding sleep, and especially, I know you have certain sleep sanitation where you have a certain mattress, your whole room is a certain way. Could you expand more on that and how that
Sure.
could benefit someone who works in a very, internet company? So the separation of trying to get that good deep sleep.
Yeah, I'll try to make this as basic as possible. So ancestral tenet force shield, right? We don't keep the cell phone next to our dick and balls, right? You don't even allow our cell phones or anyone to bring a cell phone in the cave, period. But this is not practical for people, right? I mean, you guys probably have Wi-Fi, you probably have your cell phones, you probably have EMFs and radio signals, and you fucking name it all around us. So you need to be in the most pristine environment when you sleep. This is when you reset, recover, re-fucking load, right? When you're sleeping. This is the most important place. You need a pristine environment. So we sleep on wooden plank beds, right? We have a 100% wool mattress that might be about that thick, right? This is similar to what primitive culture tribes do. Not mattresses, but bushes and shit like that. We have shielding paint on the wall, so no signals can come in or out. Brian Hoyer of Shielded Hearing, he's the expert in this. He's a building biologist. We had him come in and say, how do we make this perfect sleep environment? Because when you have no EMFs coming in, when you have no electricity in the walls, we shut off all the electricity at night. There's no cell phones in there. Cell phones can't communicate in or out when you're in the room. We sleep on these wooden plank beds. You've never known restorative deep sleep until you've come or slept in a real fucking cave, right, out in nature, or come to my house. And you'll be like, holy shit, this is how I'm supposed to feel. And just remember, sleep is number one on the hierarchy of health. But I say eat liver, start with that, right? This is the easiest thing to do. I start telling people about sleep. They're like, oh my God, I got to sleep on the ground. I got to do this stuff with, what you can at least start with is put your fucking phone in airplane mode. You don't need that shit when you're sleeping, right? Unplug your Wi-Fi at night. You don't need that shit when you're sleeping, right? And the last thing I'll say about your sleep is at least move your head away from the electrical outlets. These are basic things. You don't need any instruments to do that. And if you get deeper, more restorative sleep, everything gets better.
Mm-hmm. Now, you've eaten a lot of different animals, organ meats. Would you ever consider eating any human organ meats if it was totally legal and just to see if it had any advantages?
Good question.
You guys are going to be so mad about this. We all just had human liver.
You're a liar.
Right now, you just fucking had human liver. We're all
Fine with that.
cannibals.
I'm fine with that.
You're fine with it.
Hannibal Lecter, dude.
whose liver was
fucking
it?
badass.
Was it organic? Was it humanely harvested?
Yeah, all of that.
Like I don't want to be a cannibal by choice, but if you trick me into being a cannibal, I have no problem.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You-
I just
you-
be like, yeah, I'm a cannibal.
Was it tested for monkeypox?
Somebody just told me about that. The liver was from Liver King Ranch or from White Oak Pastures, one of the two. And so would I eat a human liver? You know what? If I needed to, I would. I would have no reservation of eating a human. But I mean, is that going to be a
Pretty
choice?
dark,
Of course
yeah.
not.
Yeah, we don't. Let's not eat human liver. We don't have to.
At what point do you think you'd get to a place in life where you'd need to eat human liver?
When I can't get liver from something else.
So, like, if you can't get any other liver, if all of your liver supplies have run dry, then you would hunt a man.
Yeah.
And eat his
People ask
liver.
me all the time, hey, what's your greatest fear? What are you afraid of? Like, I'm not fucking afraid of shit, right? But maybe two things. Number one, running out of room on the deadlift bar, right? I'm afraid of that.
Same.
And then number two, running out of liver, right? And if all the animals have been hunted and I can't fucking hunt an animal, it's been, let's say, a month, and I need my liver, I got no problem taking a liver from a human.
Well, what about after you die? Do you want somebody to eat your liver?
This would be an honor.
Yeah.
Right? This would be an honor. I mean, my family knows when I fucking go, you don't put me in a casket or any shit like that. You put me on the fucking earth. All right? And this is why we need to be gentle and kind to our fucking enemies, right? Because your enemy's going to die. They're going to become the earth. The animals are going to come eat your enemy, and then you're going to eat that animal, right? Yes, of course I want to share my liver, right? We owe it to ourselves and our future to express it. And like, what do you want? You want to fucking wrap up all those ingredients in a coffin and not let that stuff become the earth? Yes.
I wonder a lot, like when you're driving past a graveyard, especially here in New York City, it's just jam packed with headstones, right? They're running out of. There's like no more room to put bodies in New York.
Bedminster.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. How many? Yeah, if he develops another 18 holes, then I think that we can get a couple hundred people there. But like, we're running out of room for people to go underground in a lot of places, right? You can't just go out and buy a set of land and make that a new cemetery. It doesn't work that way. So what are we gonna do? We can just keep burning people up, or we can give back. And so you're saying you want raccoons and like a bear to come up and eat your body after you die.
100%. You know, or let my body decompose, become part of the earth. Let the scavengers come get me. Let the animals get me, right? And let them inherit my strength, right? Because if I've explored my consciousness, if I've progressed enough, this kind of energy is going to progress in the animal. We're going to eat the animal. Everything's going to be better.
This is actually like a genius life insurance plan for your family too, because I would imagine Liver King's liver would go for a pretty penny.
We
could
thought
sell
about
it, yeah.
doing some biopsies and putting it in a liver supplement and doing
Yeah, right, exactly. Like someone's gonna pay. It's like gonna be like Kobe or Wagyu or Kobe beef. Like Liver King's liver. It's gonna be like $1,000 an ounce, and
At
we'll
least.
we'll probably more.
Yeah.
I like that.
Keep regrowing it in a lab.
Oh yeah, because liver regenerates, right?
Yeah,
That's right.
Actually, little business idea. Maybe get that biopsy, start growing those liver cells in a lab, start selling it.
Let's get together. I'll give you 1% equity. We'll get it.
like
Sounds
that.
good. I mean,
I
it's like
like
a sourdough culture, right? That's what people do when they make bread. They've got that one thing that they pass down. We can make just like an entire strand of Liver King liver supplement lines.
Okay, 1% equity over here.
Okay, good.
Another question. What are your thoughts on sunning? Sunning the perineum for vitamin D exposure and absorption?
Yeah. What's the perineum?
So there's this movement to get vitamin D where people are sunning their assholes and perineums. Do you think that works into the primal lifestyle, or what's your opinion on that?
Yeah. When you mention sun and asshole, I'm thinking subprimal, right? But if you sun your balls, there is a study. It's an older study. I think it's from like the 50s or 60s. That shows that it does improve androgens, not necessarily testosterone, but some of the androgens either upstream or downstream from testosterone. I think it's pretty fucking primal, right? I mean, we didn't evolve essentially with clothes, right? Clothes are relatively new, I think, within the last 100,000 years or so. I think it's pretty primal to do. And again, there's a study that says that it's beneficial.
So sun your balls.
Sun your balls.
Perfect.
All right, so I had one last question. I think Billy has a couple more, but mine was the rowback question, which is a clothing question. So if you're gonna wear clothes, which I will continue to wear clothes, I'm gonna adopt some of the Liver King tenets, but I'm still gonna wear a shirt. But Rowback has the best shirts, Q-zips, polos, hoodies. Rowback.com, use code TAKE for 20% off your first purchase. RHOBACK.com, promo code TAKE. All right, so what is like the one thing, obviously liver is the answer for the diet, but what's the one thing people can do to change their life? Very small thing they can do to change their life, whether it be like in the gym or, when they wake up.
It's really easy. Sun and earth. First of all, you're going to get a Roman chest plate, 6-pack, and how much you want to bet you're not going to be wearing a shirt.
I'll try. Okay, all right, I'll try. You know what? I'll try.
And
I'm going to try for you.
I do every morning. I do a good morning primals. Right, I'm out here to stack the sun and the earth. Right, these are free. They're accessible to everybody. Even in New York fucking city, they are. Today I didn't go to Central Park. Today I found a tree that's connected to the fucking earth. I touched the tree. Right, and some people think this is hocus pocus shit. Try it. Once again, we evolved since our inception, connected to the earth 24/7, 365. We recently have disconnected. Every cell in your body is electrical in nature. The earth has a slightly negative charge. Right, there's something here. So you're asking what's a low-hanging fruit besides liver?
Yeah.
Is get sun every day, get a little bit of earth every day, and 10 minutes is better than 2. Just get a little bit of that.
Yep.
And then I would say one of the most important things I always talk about is go lift heavy shit. Right? Learn the barbarian, train the barbarian, complete the barbarian. This is next level stuff.
What's the barbarian?
The barbarian is a rite of passage that I invented. Right? It's a 1 mile workout where the barbarian is 70-pound kettlebells. It's 120 pounds on top of a sled. It's 70 pounds in a backpack, 20-pound ankle weights. You go for 1 mile. And most people do this, right? And most people are like, there's no way I can do this, right? And sometimes it can take several hours. Sometimes a lot of people won't complete it. But when you complete it, the reason why this is so important is because you complete the barbarian and you know strength. And what I mean by strength is not physical strength, right? It's the process that got you to accomplish something that you thought was otherwise impossible, right? It's active suffering, active struggling. It's relentless effort, discipline, focus. This you point that to anything, right? You just completed Barbarian. Now you've cracked the fucking code. You can point that to anything in your life and you can achieve, right? You can own every outcome in your life. So this is the easiest thing.
Okay.
Again, start with liver, sun in the earth, learn Barbarian, train Barbarian, and you're on your fucking journey.
Okay.
Do you have any tenets that involve connecting with animals? Because animals are Earth adjacent, right? They're more primal than we are.
Yeah.
Is it important to your lifestyle to have a connection with a wild animal
I got
or
a
a
pack-
domesticated one?
I got a pack of Dobermans, outside.
Are they liver dogs?
They're liver dogs.
Yeah.
They are. Ancestral tenet 8 again is bond, right? It's not just bond with our fellow man and our fellow sister, right? Bonding, the companionship with an animal is fucking badass, right? And the same thing, you go out in the wild and you see the cows out on Liver King Ranch and you realize these cows have families. They have friends. It changes things, right? When you go to take an animal, you get involved with that part of the process. And you see, they make beds in the little forest that we have. They'll make beds. And the way that they nurse their young, I'm telling you, they have friends, and you go take that animal, it changes things. You understand how connected you are. So bonding, I would say, transcends really just human bonding. It's with animals, whether they're domesticated or wild.
I always feel better when I connect with an animal. If you just get that good touch in.
Yeah, you just pet your dog.
Yeah, if they look you in your eyes and you're like, okay, that thing sees me as I'm seeing it. There's a connection there that makes me, my day is always better after that.
You got endorphins go up, dopamine goes up. You know how good it is for the animal too?
Yeah. Or like if I'm in New York, I walk down the subway and there's a rat there. I give it a little head nod, it squeaks at me. Back in nature. Same type of thing.
Yeah.
I know you're kind of joking, but I'm that's pretty legit.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's good to see like an animal and have the animal see you, and the animal, like, especially with a rat, this is kind of pathetic, but sometimes if a rat sees me and it runs away, I'm like, yeah, I'm the fucking alpha here. Yeah, bitch, run away.
See ya.
Little victories.
Yeah.
Little victories.
All right, Billy, what else you got?
Last question. What are your opinions on no fap? Should you jerk off?
What is no fap?
Is just like abstaining from jerking off.
Listen, what I'll say is this. People ask me relationship questions, sex questions all the time. All I know is this. You owe it to yourself and you owe it to your complementary opposite to express your highest and most dominant form. Because something happened along the way. This is really important, so give me 2 minutes to bear this out. Something happened along the way to say, hey, we can put our best foot forward. And I'm going to meet this person. Then I'm going to get comfortable, gain 20 pounds, lose 20 pounds for the wedding and the honeymoon. And then we're going to gain 5 pounds each every year in perpetuity. And then one day you wake up next to a fucking beast. This is what happens, right? And you might say you love this person because you're being nice, but you don't lust this person. You don't. They don't have any of the qualities that they had when you first met them. So you owe it to yourself to express your highest and most dominant form. Your complementary opposite will do the same, right? And so I think it's really fucking important to do that. You do that. Imagine being in a relationship where you think that your queen is a 10. Is this even a conversation about semen retention and jerking off? No. It's not even a conversation anymore because you fucking go to bed with a 10. This is the more important question.
Oh. Gotcha.
Billy, do you really get it?
Yeah.
Okay. That sounded like I'm going to run that through my Billy translator real quick. He was like, okay, I get it, but like I still want to know if I should jack off or not.
Yeah. You didn't answer his question.
Here's what you do. Go create value in yourself. I had a mentor do this to me when I was in San Francisco with a couple of this is corporate Brian Johnson. These guys are gawking at this girl and he like almost backhands us, and his name was Jason Ritchie. I hope he's fucking listening. And he goes, what the fuck are y'all doing? If they catch you gawking on him, if anyone else sees you, you guys look like fucking clowns. Get into the gym, go read a book, make yourself better, right? If you go create real worth, value, and esteem in yourself, right? You make yourself a 10, right? The girls that you're going to attract, the one that you're going to marry is going to be a 10, right? She's going to be the hottest girl. I get to go to sleep every fucking night. I get to have sex with a fucking 10. Right, but you got to make yourself that 10. Start with creating real value, worth, and potential in yourself. And again, this is not like some mystery. All right, it's start eating liver. It's all 9 ancestral tenets. Start eating liver, lift heavy shit, learn the barbarian, train the barbarian, complete the barbarian, and you can become a king, a self-fucking made king.
Okay.
Awesome. I think that wraps it up.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Liver King. This has been awesome. Appreciate it. I'm gonna maybe start eating some liver. Fuck it. I actually liked it. It wasn't that bad.
I'm going to adapt at least 2 of the tenets. I'm going to move forward with those.
Yeah.
Which two?
the bond
And football.
I'm going to work on bonding and then football.
Yeah.
So I'm going to bond with my boys watching football.
I love it. And because of you guys, I think we've made an agreement here, right? You're agreeing to move forward with some of these tenets. I'm going to move forward with some of your tenets.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to watch some football.
Okay.
I'm going to know a little bit more about this. And when we do round 2 and we're sponsoring the most alpha king,
Yep.
we're going to be able to catch up with one another. If you guys don't mind, I at least just want to close, these 9 ancestral tenets, right? Again, people are living a life today of hurt and hate and suffer and struggle. And there's a life full of adventure and excitement to live, right? There's a simple, elegant solution. It's called ancestral living. It costs virtually nothing. It's a 9 ancestral tenets, right? That's why this is my job, to model, preach, and teach this so people no longer have to suffer. They can start doing this today. It'll change their life tomorrow, right? So this is why I'm just so grateful that you guys had me on the podcast. And I hope we're going to we got to be continued
Yes,
here.
yes,
We got to be
absolutely. Yeah, you're
continued.
welcome back.
I think
Anytime.
this is a positive message that you're spinning.
Yes.
I got 2 barbarian axes that I'm going to give away to you guys today.
Oh, hell
wow.
yeah.
There's
Billy,
2 barbarian.
he has two of them. Billy. Which one did you
There's
think
2.
you were going to get?
Well, number 1,
Mine
I'm
or
going to
Big
pick.
Cat?
Guys, I'm gonna pick who gets these 2 barbarian axes, and let me tell you what the barbarian axes represent. The barbarian axes are tokens that you get to cash in one day, right? And you say, Liver King, I got the fucking barbarian axe. You can't reproduce this axe. You'll see why when you get it. And I'm gonna have you come to Liver King Ranch, and you're gonna actually complete the barbarian.
Oh, hell yes.
There we go.
Yep. Yeah, that was tough for Billy that he thought he was getting one of these.
He said 2.
Yeah,
here's the thing.
I love these.
I'm actually rewarding it to Billy and PFT.
Oh, that's fucked up.
I know.
No,
you know what?
Give it to me. Come
I'd
on,
li-
don't do that. Don't do that.
I'd like to give mine to Big Cat.
Yeah, why
Yeah.
didn't I not earn one?
I would. No, Big Cat.
Here's the
you
thing.
get mine.
There's 2, and that's such a nice thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
That you should get both of them now.
Okay,
Oh,
yes,
okay,
that's good.
all right,
yeah,
You're gonna get both of them, and then
I
you
just
can
don't
give
want.
them.
You can give it to anyone, but
Okay.
don't give it to Billy. He'll fucking kill us.
No, I get both of them because I proved that I was the one that would give mine away.
Yeah.
It's like the riddle of Solomon, right?
It's kind of like my first class ticket
That's
that I
exactly
gave it to him.
what I was trying to
I
do.
gave
Tell
a
you-
first class ticket to him yesterday.
I gave it to the
you?
troops.
Yeah, I'm sitting coach.
This is what this is.
Yeah.
A man needs to be a weapon, right? But a man needs to be a weapon of strength. Man needs to be a weapon of courage, but he also needs to be benevolent. You just showed me how benevolent you are.
Thank
You're
you,
going to
Ken.
get the 2 barbarian axes.
Thank you.
One day you're going to cash this in to come do barbarian, and I'm going to pay for everything,
Oh, thank you so much.
and it's going to be a rite of passage.
I'm gonna give this to Batgirl. So here we go. Batgirl's gonna get it right there.
I'm gonna give mine to Hank. Is he here right now?
Yeah.
Oh, he's not.
No, actually, you know what? I'm gonna give it to the true alpha in the room, Jake Marsh. Jake Marsh deserves this. So can you give that to Jake
Here we
Marsh?
go, here we
He
go.
is the true alpha in the room. He deserves it. He hasn't even spoken in this podcast, but I don't know if you sense the energy, but that guy runs the whole thing.
Well, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys just grateful as hell
sick.
that you guys had me here. I know that this is part 1, and this will be to be continued.
Yes.
So thank you again for having me on the podcast. This was a fucking blast.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Liver King. Appreciate
Hell yeah.
it.